learn, right? And you are here to get a bike as well. Some dollar signs in the chat for me, man. Put some dollar signs in the chat box. All right. Put some dollar signs in the chat box. If you're here to learn, but you're also here to get a bike, like you're here to make money as well, put some dollar signs in the chat. Awesome, 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 awesome. Yeah, my business partner and I, Mr. Akeem Bourne, all right, you guys will hear from him as well at some point. Like I said, we designed this space, man, to really impact individuals all over the world. All right, so if you have some individuals that you know that, okay, yeah, they really wanted to, get into the forex space and, or they maybe have been trading for some time and just not being profitable. All right, you can definitely feel free to connect with us. We will get them added to the community as well. Okay. So with that being said, all right, we're gonna dive into some stuff today. Ultimately, right, just letting you guys know this is the first week ready for this session. All right, I'm gonna post every recording in the chat. Okay, so make sure you pay attention to it, you look out for it, and so forth. And ultimately, the structure of these calls, right, as we build more bodies, right, we have more legs and feet moving. All right. We are going to have two rooms. One is going to be a beginner basics room, and two is going to be an advanced analysis room. Okay. So that's the structure of the call. We're going to have the room separated. Today, we're going to do it all in one room. Okay. We're going to do it all in one room. So the beginners, it got you. The advanced, it got you too. Right. So you want to make sure that you're here for the entire session. For the advanced person on the call, some information that I'm going to go through is going to help you, become more sharp, in those basic areas. And you can also help with all of the beginners on the call. Yeah, you can also help with the beginners in the community as well. So if you are a beginner, right, this is new to you, I want you to drop a B in the chat, right? Drop a B in the chat. I want to know who I'm talking to. There's 66 persons on the call. Let's go, right? Drop a B in the chat that you are new to this space, right? Let's see. I want to see you guys. Drop it in the chat. You are new to trading, never traded before. Okay, good. Okay, awesome. All right. All right. All right. Okay. Okay. I like it. I like it. I see you. Keep dropping them. All right. Keep dropping them. You're new to trading. All right. Keep dropping them. Perfect. Perfect. All right. And all of my advice, put an A in the chat. All the advance, put an A in the chat. Let me see. We got one, we got two. Drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat. Okay, perfect. Good stuff. Okay, cool. Yeah, we got a lot of beginners, we got a lot of advanced too. All right. We got like a good mix. More beginners than advanced, but we got a good mix. All right, so here's what I need you guys to do for me. Get a notepad, get a pen, get a smartphone, a laptop, an iPad, something to take notes with. Okay, this is not show and tell. This is for you to learn. Okay, and once you've got it, then you put a done in the chat and we'll know that we are ready for this call. You're ready to kick everything off, right? Once you got it, put a done in the chat for me, right? As you guys could tell, I let you talking back to me for sure. I can't see many of your faces, so you got to at least talk back to me, when we are on this call. Okay, good stuff. All right, seeing those duns. So we about to kick this thing off. All right. So again, this is how it's going to go. We're going to start beginner and we're going to go into advanced, some advanced stuff, right? Beginners, you will understand or have an idea or start to connect dots, when they go through some of the advanced things, right? Information is going to be simple enough. My style of teaching, I don't like to use a lot of the highfalutin language and so forth. I like to keep it simple so that everybody understands. Yeah. By the time you come off this call, you got to say, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Right? It definitely wasn't as difficult as I thought. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna jump into it today. Yeah. I want you guys to just let me know as soon as you can see my screen. And we are gonna go from there. I see a lot of dens. That's perfect. All right. You guys saw the structure of the call. right? We're going to talk about utilizing MT5. We're going to talk about how to input a signal. We're going to talk about basic order types. And then we're going to get into some advanced stuff where we get into market structure, right? I don't get intimidated when they say advanced stuff. It's just how to look at the markets. That's all, right? I know the advanced persons, they wanted to get to that is like, yeah, they want to know how to look at the markets, right? We're going to look at market structure. We're going to look at fair value gaps and imbalance, and we're going to look at order blocks. Okay. These things are definitely going to help and supply and demand. All right. Now, typically, the call is going to be an hour to an hour and 30 minutes. Let me know if you guys are okay with that because I need you locked in for an hour and 30 minutes. All right. Let me know if you're good with that. If you're good, just put a good in the chat. All right. Just put a good in the chat. Just let me know. All right. I don't want to assume, then on an hour in, you guys falling off, going to sleep and all kind of stuff on me. Nah, nah, nah. I need to know that y'all here. All right, cool. Just see that you give me permission to do an hour and 30 minutes. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's go into it. First thing we're gonna look at, bases are always essential to go over. Perfect, Alex. I love that. I love that mindset. That's a fact right there. All right. So we're gonna start with the basic archetypes, right? How to use them, how they're relevant, and even how to utilize it when a signal comes out, right? So you will know exactly what it is that you are doing. Okay. Now remember, two things you're always doing when you're trading, you're always buying or selling. That's it. All right. You're always buying or selling. But there are about four different order types. Okay. There are about four different order types. I'm going to put it on my screen now. Just confirm. Let me know that you can see. This information absolutely is in your university, right? That we would have created for you guys as well. Okay. I'm going to zoom in so that we're much closer. Yeah. Everybody can see this? Yeah, if you see the screen, okay, perfect. We're going to talk about the archetypes and how you can use them, right? So these are what you call, well, actually, guys, there are six archetypes. Yeah, there's six archetypes. Okay, there's six archetypes. I like to keep stuff on the chart. Anybody tell the boy, a boy trade, I'll go. We get, we getting money. All right, stay focused. Stay focused. Yeah. Stay focused. Stay focused. All right. Let's stop. All right. So there's six order types. Okay. Pay close attention. You're gonna go through it. Are you gonna see these order types in your MetaTrader as well? Okay. So let's talk about it. Let's use the screen. So we're talking basic order types. All right. Basic order types. Okay. First one is a buy. Right? And these would be categorized as market execution. All right, I'm gonna zoom in. Don't worry. I want to be sure you guys can see. All right, everybody can see this? We good? This is good? Yeah, okay, good. All right, so the basic archetypes, this one is labeled within the first type, which is a market execution. All market execution really means, guys, is in market execution or instant execution. It basically means that you want to enter the market now. Like wherever price is at, you want to get in right now, right? So that's your first thing. It's a buy or, right, two, a sell. Okay, those are instant execution. You may see buy by market, right? So that just means buy by market execution. Or you may see sell by market. Yeah. Nothing complex or crazy. This just means you want to get into the market where it is at. You want to buy and execute that trade now. Okay. It's the first one. The next types of executions are called pending orders. Okay. Pending meaning obviously it hasn't happened as yet. It is futuristic. Okay. These orders are going to happen in the future, right? Price hasn't reached this point as yet. So you want to get in, when price gets there, right? What are those are the types? Number one, right? There is a buy stop. Okay, we're gonna explain what that looks like, right? So everybody's clear. Two, there is a buy limit. Okay, and then there is three, sell stop, and four is sell limit. All right. Now let me explain what these are. All right. Let me explain so you guys can also see visually because I like to make stuff very, very practical. Because again, we don't want just terms. I found one of the challenges when I was learning was that I got a lot of terms, but nobody's actually showing me like what these terms, actually meant, you know? And that's what I like to do, make stuff practical. Okay. So we're gonna start with, all right, we're gonna start with a buy stop. Now, let me just stick a pin here and let you know, most times, all right, most times, or rather, based on you, as you start to learn, it will determine what type of orders you use. Personally, I mainly use execution orders. I want to get in where the market is at, all right? And if I do use any pending orders, I use either a buy limit or a sell limit. For those of you, you might have seen some of the signals have buy stops and sell stops. I'm going to explain how these things actually work. Okay, so let's get to it. All right, so first and foremost, buy, that is simple. You just get in. If price is here, we press buy, we execute that trade. We press sell, we execute that trade. Those don't need explanations. Okay. Buying is when the market goes up, selling is when the market is coming down. Okay? So buy stops. All right? We're gonna set it up like this. All right? So what a buy stop will look like. Okay? So I'm gonna give you guys three lines. Simplest way. Yeah. All right. So your buy stop, all right, basically says that this right here. Okay, let me move this. All right. Okay, so this basically says, guys, right, that this is where the market is currently at. All right, I'm going to label that price. Yeah, this is where the market is currently at, right here on this line. And you place a buy stop, right? I'm going to put BS. All right, I'm going to put BS here, all right? BS for buy stop, okay? And here I'm going to put um, take profit. Okay, so we're gonna put TP. Okay, so this is where you want to get out of the market. All right. Basically, how a buy stop works is that price is here, and you say, you know what? I only want to enter the market when price reaches this particular point. Right? When price reaches this particular price. When it gets here, then you are activated into the trade. Your expectation is for price to continue to go up. That is how you use a buy stop, all right? Just like, for example, my guy Kurt gives this example, just like a bus stop, right? You stand at a bus stop, right, in the direction of the bus, in the direction that the bus is going, okay? So you fly down the bus, you hop onto the bus at this particular price, right, at this particular point, and it takes you to your destination. Let me know if that makes sense. Was that clear? I feel like that was super clear, right? It's like, let me know if that makes sense, right? Just put in the chat, all clear. AC stands for all clear, right? Just let me know that you are all clear, right? Okay, good. So that's how a buy stop works, right? So you're here, you're standing at the bus stop. This is the bus, the price is the bus. Price is on its way to the bus stop, and it picks you up the bus stop and takes you to your destination, which is your take profit. All right. Oh man, I feel like that was a really good explanation. All right. So practically, once again, this is how it works. All right. This is how it works. This is, all right, I'm gonna give you all visual explanations. They all make sense, right? This is price right here. Okay, actually, let's use this. So this right here is price. That is where the market is at. Okay. This is where the market is at. Okay. And you set a buy stop right here, right? You set a buy stop right here at this price, right? We'll make this practical, practical stuff. Yeah. This is how the market looks. This is price here, current, and you set a buy stop at this point. You only want to get in when price which is 188.426. And you set a take profit at the top here, right? Set a take profit at the top here. Boom, right? So what you're waiting for is for price to come up, reach this point, activate you into the trade, and take you to your take profit, right? I don't particularly like buy stops, but I'm gonna explain them to you so that you know, all right? So this is what you're looking for. Boom, you're activated. Boom, takes you straight up. Bang, hits your take profit. All right? Visual explanation makes sense? All right? All clear? All clear? All clear? And we're gonna be clear, super clear when you get off this call. All right? Be like, okay, that's how it works. Okay, good. All right. So that was buy stops. Now imagine that sell stops is the opposite, right? Sell stop is the complete opposite. So a sell stop, no, right? We're just gonna flip around everything because remember, sell is coming down. So price is at the top. Your take profit is at the bottom. Your sell stop is in the middle, for example. So price, let's say price is up here, right? We're gonna use right here. This is price, okay? So again, all right? So again, this is price, boom. Price is up here. You set a sell stop right here. You only want to get in the price, which is that point, and you want to take your profit down here, right? You set your sell stop in, you put in your price, okay? You put in your sell stop price at 191.4. This is current price, and then you wait for it to activate. Boom, you're activated now. Price pushes down, your trade is active, and then your trade goes on and hit the profit. Okay, boom. That's how sell stops work. All right. So a sell stop, so a buy stop is used when price is below. So a buy stop is used when price is correct. Yes, when price is below your desired entry point. Okay, your desired entry point is used below your desired entry point. Your sell stop is used right when price is above your desired entry point. So if you want to sell, you put in a sell stop lower than where price is currently at, and if you want to buy, you put in a buy stop higher than where price is currently at. Okay, we all good on that? I believe we are. Okay. At any point, if you have a question, drop it in the chat. Okay, drop it in the chat. So that's how buy stops and sell stops work. Right? We're gonna keep this with the lines going. Right? So what's the purpose of a sell or buy stop? All right, we're gonna get there. Right? Like um personally, I don't use them. Right? But it's just again, some individuals use them for if price again, price is here. Yeah. They don't want to get into the market unless like the market confirms that it is going down before they actually sell. Right? That's how some people use it. Okay. I personal, all right, it's my personal feelings about it. I feel like the market manipulates sell stops and buy stops a lot. But when you get to the advanced class, I'm gonna show you what I mean. All right. I don't want to taint your mind at this point. Okay. Raphael said it's quite useful. It's quite useful for some, and it's for me, I see the other side. All right, let's go. So let's talk buy limits and sell limits. All right, buy limits and sell limits. Now, limits I love. All right, I love limit orders. Right, especially for the busy people. All right, if you don't got the time to be present to enter a trade, no, limits are your friend. All right, limits. Here's the advantage with a limit over a stop. Limits reduce your risk. Yep. Limits reduce your risk. Okay. So you get in the market, the way that a limit is set up, it's like, let's go over the three lines. The way that limits are set up, right? Boom, boom, boom. So here, right? This is current price. Yeah. This is current price. We are explaining a buy limit. Okay, this is current price. Remember, the aim is buy low and sell high. You want to buy as low as possible. So what do? Price is above, and we say, you know what? We don't want to buy up here. We only want to buy when price gets down to this point. So when it reaches this limit, our expectation is for price to do this. Boom, and like slingshot back up. All right. That's how we use a buy limit. So price is above now. Okay. And we set a buy limit. I'm gonna put BL. All right. I'm gonna put BL here. All right. I'm gonna put my buy limit here. So that when price reaches this price, it activates me. Boom. And we are looking to go the next direction. Okay. So that is price. That is your buy limit. And of course, at the bottom will be your stop loss. Okay. Bottom will be your stop loss. Yeah. So of course, and take note of this. Anytime you are buying, your stop loss is below. Anytime you are selling, your stop loss is above. Okay. Whenever you are buying, your take profit is above. Right? I know it may sound obvious, but people get it wrong. Okay. Whenever you're selling, your take profit is below. Selling is when price is going down. Buying is when price is going up. So you take profit at a higher point that you buy at. Okay. Sells, you take profit at a lower point that you buy at. That's clear? Okay, hope so. All right. If at any point, remember, like I said, if at any point you got a question, ask. All right. There's no question. There's no such thing as a stupid question. The only stupid thing to do is not to ask. Yeah. Be sure of that. All right. All right. So buy limit, that's how it works. Price is coming down. Or you're expecting or waiting for price to come down, and you put a buy limit here. So, for example, in this scenario, let's say for me, the way that I set up, right, the way that I work, the way that I trade, etc., I would say, you know what? I want to. This is where price is. Let me show you real life example. All right, boom. This is where price is currently at. I say, you know what? I want to buy this trade, but I don't want to buy at this point, right? I want to buy when price gets back here. But I may be at the barber when that happens. I don't got the time to be sitting at the computer or maybe doing something else. So I set a buy limit, right? Put my BL right here, right? Boom. At this point, so that when the market comes back down, it enters me into the trade. And I put my stop loss below, right? Put my stop loss below, okay? So that in the event my buy limit doesn't work out, I'm protected, okay? And I set my take profit obviously above, okay? So this is current price. Yeah, this is current price. And I'm waiting for price to come down, hit my buy limit, and then take us to the moon. All right, take us to the moon. All right. So, practical example, we're waiting, boom, market moves. All right. So at this point, we would not be in the trade. We're still waiting. Price hasn't hit our entry as yet. We're still waiting. All right. We're waiting. Fine. Price just hit our entry. All right. We are active into the trade now, and there we go. Boom. So we reduce the risk, right? We don't go into any drawdown. Bang, there it goes. We are all good to go. Price hits our take profit. We are smiling and we are merry. That is how buy limit works. Was that clear, guys? Simple, simple, simple. Yeah, in chat. Okay, good. Crystal, awesome. Love it, love it, love it. All right, you will never be confused about this again. All right, you will never be confused about this again. So sell limits, guys, it's the opposite. All right, keep it simple. Okay, it's the opposite. So what's the sell limit? Sell limit is this right here is price. And this right here, right? is where you want to enter. Okay. So you say, you know what? I want to sell, but I don't want to sell low. Remember, whenever you're selling, you want to sell as high as possible. So you set a sell limit up here so that when price comes up, right, like it did here, so that when price comes up, it activates you. Your stop loss is above, okay, because remember we are selling, yeah. The stop loss is above, and we set a take profit below. Okay, so this is our take profit right here. We're going to put TP. Okay, so scenario running again. Oops. Uh, scenario. Let's bang. All right. So you see market at this point. You say, all right, you know what? Put a sell limit in. Right. When price comes up there, that's when I want to get active. So bang, you're active into that trade now. Okay. All right. Actually, you just missed it. All right. That is also maybe a con of putting a limit. You may or may like it may very well come very close to your entry and might miss. Yeah. A price came up afterwards, hit your entry, and then boom, you are good to go. All right. Pretty simple, pretty simple, pretty simple, pretty simple. All right. So everybody understand basic archetypes? All right. You got a clear scenario of how to use them? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Yeah. Good stuff. Okay, how do we spot a fake breakout? Yeah, you go don't go advanced yet. You know what I mean? We going get there. All right. All right. One step at a time, you know, like we are basic archetypes, not advanced art entries. Okay? Like we go listen, trust me, we got nothing but time here, right? We gonna get there, yeah? All right, cash. I like the cash with a K, all right? I like it. I like it. All right. All right. So one said this had me confused today. I entered the trade, which we are currently in a buy stop. When you were celebrating TP1, might have it activated. I re-entered the trade afterward and still in all no. All right. So of course, remember it's going to be all about timing. Okay. Because if you set a buy stop after, like, like if you set a buy stop too late, for example, or sell stop too late, or limit, or anything of the sort too late, then it's too late. Like the bus already passed. All right. I think the thing about this, like it's like catching a bus or catching a train. It's like the market the market doesn't wait for you. It doesn't say, oh, Michelle has in a sell limit. Let me wait for her to get into this trade. Absolutely not. Markets are moving. Yeah, markets are moving. So when a signal is put out, like understand that it's timely. When you put in that particular trade, right? It's important when you put in the trade. All right. All right. Hold me 1 second, guys. 1 sec. 1 sec. What's up? Ask the question in the chat. Give me 1 second. Yes. I won't be mixed up again. Okay, perfect. Awesome. All right. That's good stuff, right? We're gonna get to some advanced stuff very shortly, all right? I want to show you guys how to use MT5. Okay. Hope that everything works well on the phone because I'm gonna take you through it. All right. Literally gonna share my screen, all right, so you guys can see how to utilize this. Okay. I remember in the past, like for some reason, when it was on Zoom, it wouldn't let me share my screen. So hopefully that doesn't happen today. Okay. Hopefully that does not happen today. So let us go. So let me know as soon as you can see my screen. Um, 1 second, pulling up stuff. All right. Let me see. Let me see in the chat. Someone asked if you set a buy limit and price goes down past the buy limit and does not come back up, is the buy up? Right? That is when you get what is known as a stop loss, right? That's when your stop, if it does not come back up, you will be sure that your stop loss is going to be hit. And that's why you have a stop loss in place as protection. Okay, that's why you got a stop loss in place to protect you. In the event, that price comes down and doesn't, like it just keeps going. All right. Let's say you set a that's a great question though, right? Let's say you set a buy limit right here at this point. You say, I want to get in when price gets down here with the anticipation for price to go back up. And price just does like this, boom, and drop through. That's why we got a buy limit set below, sorry, a stop loss set below, and we get taken out and we don't experience this huge drop. But our loss is manageable, right? Our loss is limited, okay? So I hope that makes sense and definitely good question for sure. But of course, like your buy limit will still very much be activated. Okay, very much so. All right.
Yes,
So
okay. I
yes,
asked that
sir.
question because I actually experienced one time that very scenario where the price went past my buy limit and it
Mhm.
didn't trigger. I'm not sure if it was
No.
an error that happened, and I just went in and I just closed the order when I noticed.
So in a scenario like that, what will happen is either one or two things. One, you either put in the trade that entry too late, or two, you had a news event where but if you plug in on the live sessions, you had a news event that if price drops quickly through an area, right? If price drops quickly through an area, it will not register, right? It may not register your limit entry, or it may register your limit entry and not register your stop loss. So that could be two scenarios. It's either one, you put it into late, like after price had passed, and you put in a limit, right? Or you had a news event and it just, like completely ignored your order, right? So that helps. Awesome, awesome. All right. So let's go. Let me share my screen here real quick. Stop sharing and share this screen. Let's hope it works. All right, so it works. So let me show you guys screen. Can you guys see my screen? Can you see my screen? No.
Not yet. It just circulating.
Hmm. I don't know, for some reason it does that. I wanted it to. Hmm. Tommy, you in a position to like help me out
You want me to share my screen on what?
on like a MetaTrader?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I appreciate you. Let me see if that works. All right, send me your co-host just now. All right, let me stop sharing my screen. How do I stop sharing my screen now? uh, Stop. Okay, cool. All right, all right. All right. I'm gonna talk you through what I want you to do. All right. So I just made you a co-host. So we're gonna just go through. I'm gonna just take you guys through like how to use MetaTrader and two things. Perfect. Okay, yeah, you're good to go. All right, great. All right, so here's what I want you to do, Tommy. So guys, I guess you will just follow my voice. Follow what I'm saying. All right. So, guys, as soon as you get into MetaTrader 5, now this is where all your trading is going to be done. That's the first thing. You can drag my picture off the screen so that everybody can see. Right. Right. So this is where all your trading is going to be done. All right. The first section where it has quotes to the bottom of your screen. This is where all of your currency pairs are going to be. You can add or delete any currencies at any point. Okay. You can add or delete any currencies at any given point. Search what you want, type in any currency that you want to trade, and populate that area as you so desire. All right. If you want to delete anything, you just hold down on it and delete them, like you see Tommy is doing, right? And if you want to trade anything, right? Let's say you tap on one of them and you can take it to the actual chart. All right. That's the first thing. Now, when the trade is sent out, what's very, very important, right, is that gold is looking beautiful from that gold trade that we said. But right, what is very important is that you identify where price is currently at. Yeah. And you see the green line that Tommy has across her screen, right? Well, she getting fancy with it, right? You see the green line across her screen, that shows you where price is currently at. You want to identify that. So that when a signal is sent, you can see, okay, cool, price has not reached, right? Not reached my, oh my goodness. Price has not reached my entry. Price has not reached my entry, right? So, all right, give me one sec, guys. All right, cool. Everybody's hearing me still? Yeah, just being sure. All right. So you want to be sure that price has not reached your entry. That's the first thing. Okay. So you identify where price is at, by going into the actual chart. All right. That's number one. Number two, let's say we want to take a trade. All right. Let's say we want to take a trade. Two ways you can do it. I'm gonna show you guys the short way first. All right. I'm gonna show you the simple way first. All right. Or the old way. You go back to quotes. You click on that trade. All right. Click on that pair and you are going to click, let's say from iPhone. What are you going to click, Tommy? Right? What are you going to click? You're going to click trade. Okay, perfect. Right. So you click trade, right? And if it's a market execution, you see it at the top, whether it's iPhone or Android, you see market execution at the top, and you will see the different lists of orders. So whether it's a buy limit, sell limit, buy stop, sell stop, ignore buy stop limit, all right? And ignore sell stop limit. Like, yeah, ignore those things, all right? So we're dealing with buy limits, sell limits, buy stops, sell stops. So if you want any of those orders, then you would just, select what it is that you want. If it is on market execution, you don't have to enter a price. Because remember, it enters you immediately. Everybody remembers that, right? Put a yes in the chat if you remember that. You don't have to enter a price for market execution because it's going to enter you immediately and it's going to be shown at the bottom of your screen. You will see the price. Perfect. If you set a buy stop or a buy limit or a sell limit, right? No, it requires you to input a price. You see it here, price. Okay. Or if you are on Android, you would see the space for a price, right? To input that particular price. So if you wanted to put in, for example, a buy stop on gold, you would put in a price that is higher than the existing price, right? So you would do, for example, like 26.35, and you type it in. Perfect. Then when you set your stop loss, it has to be below, all right, your entry. So you would put in like 26.30, right? And then your take profit, you put in something that is higher than your existing price, 26, than your entry price, 26.38, right? And then you would just hit place. You don't gotta hit place, Tommy. I guess you did hit place. All right, cool. All right. But if you wanted to delete it, you just the quickness, swiftness that Tommy did. All right. You just click on it and delete your trade and so forth. Pretty simple, guys. You know how you enter a trade, right? But remember, the first thing you just want to look at is where is price, right? Where is price? You go to the chart and you're looking at where is price first, and then you enter, the actual signal. Was that clear? Let me know in the chat. That was clear. Let me know in the chat if that was clear. All right. Okay, good stuff. Perfect. Oh, great. That's what I want to hear. All right. Appreciate you, Tommy, for the help. All right. Appreciate you for the help. I think everybody has a much better understanding of how to utilize MT5, all right, and how to utilize the basic order types, right, guys? Like trading is not that difficult. Yeah, it's not that difficult. The setup process is not that difficult either, right? And for those of you that were on the last session, we spoke about lot sizes. If you were not on that session, make sure you go and watch the recording. I posted it in the chat. All right. I posted the Zoom recording in the chat. Watch the recording, right? I showed you, we talk about risk management, we talk about entering in different laws, and so forth. Okay. So that gets you guys, basically started with your app, the MetaTrader 5, right? And also the different order types. Okay. When it's too late to enter a trade, all right, for example, a signal is when like you see a take profit is hit. If a take profit one is hit, guys, don't enter the trade. Like you are too late. You missed the bus, right? The bus already get the town. Are you trying to catch it? It gone, right? Wait for the next one, right? Wait for the next bus. That bus has passed. Wait for the next bus to come, right? And also when you look at the time, right? If a trade is sent, you see the time has long gone. If the market hasn't moved, fine, right? But remember, the first thing you want to identify is where is the price? Okay, where is the price? Everybody got me? Any questions before we move on? Any questions? Or are we all good? We all good? We all clear? You see in the chat? Okay, good stuff. All right. Maybe doing a good job. All right. But anytime, guys, you have a question, I implore you, ask, please. Okay? There's space for everybody to learn. Yeah, I want you guys to learn. I want you to become profitable. I want you to become knowledgeable. I want you to be able to look at these markets and like, yo, you get up money buy, right? Right? It's the place where you start to call out some trades. You know what I mean? Like you start to see the markets like, yeah, let's jump in at this point. You're able to tell what's going on from what isn't going on and all that good stuff. Right? All right, good. So you see all clears. I don't see any questions. That is phenomenal. All right. So let's keep it pushing. All right. Now we're going to get into some market structure. All right. And we can use some examples from today for sure. We have quite a bit of them. All right. I'm going to help you guys understand these markets. The way that I look at them, how you can be, all this is going to become easy for you. Okay. Because always remember this, and I'll say this all the time. All right. The actual skill of trading, yo, that is the simple part. Okay. Like looking at a chart and analyzing it, people say, oh man, this looks like Chinese and all that kind of stuff. That is actually the easiest part of trading. All right. I kid you not. All right. The hardest part of trading is you. Right? I promise you. All right, I promise you that. The greed, the fear, the indiscipline, those three things. If you get past those three things, the greed, the fear, the indiscipline, if you get those three things on the wraps, you will become a profitable trader. All right. But the analysis of the markets and so forth, yo, those things easy. All right. That's the simple part. Right. Like when I got lines and boxes on my screen, like to you, you might say, "Oh man, can you listen? This looks like a lot." Yeah, it's not. It's not. It's an analysis, right? And when I break it down, you're gonna be like, "Oh, bro, this makes sense." All right, but don't worry, don't panic. All right, let's go to a random chart. Okay, you're taking everything off. Yeah, this gonna make sense to everybody today. Advanced people, lock in. If you advance on the call, put an A in the chat. All right, put an A in the chat. Everybody gonna learn something today. All right, everybody gonna learn something today. I'm gonna show you guys what's going on. Like, your life never be the same. All right, cool. So now please remember this. As we go through these sessions, keep everything together. Yeah, like from the beginning right away through to when we get into next year this time, right? Keep everything together. Nothing is a standalone. You will not be able to say, I can use this and not this, right? I can use that and not that. Yo, listen, everything is going to be connected. The way that I teach, yeah, the way that I teach, the way that I'm going to take you through this information, you are going to connect everything and use everything at all times. Okay? So you don't get into this, oh man, it's this, I'm going to use this strategy and not this. Yo, I don't teach strategies, right? Somebody write that down. Write that big on bold. I don't teach strategies. There's no gold strategy. There's no silver strategy. There's no NAS strategy. There's no Euro USD and GBP USD strategy. There's no Bitcoin strategy. I teach principles. Principles are universal. You can use them for anything. You will hear me say this a lot. A chart is a chart is a chart. It doesn't matter. You can take it and trade stocks. You can take it and trade crypto. You can take it and trade anything. It doesn't matter. When people buying in on Bitcoin at this point, you'll be able to say nope. Right? I don't buy the hype, right? But I can see it on the chart. I'm clear on what it is. You don't trade strategy. I don't trade strategy. We trade principles. You apply the principle. If it's a principle, it's going to work anywhere. You see, strategies are specific, right? Strategies only work for this particular thing. People ask me all the time, "Kai, what's your goal strategy?" There's none, right? There is trading in markets. Granted, some peers move faster than others. Granted, some peers, obviously move slower than others. Granted, some peers are more aggressive than others. But the principle still applies, right? Like think about this. Before we move on, think about this. Every car has a gas pedal and a brake. Some move faster than others, right? Some brake faster than others. Okay. But the principle is they have a gas to move forward and a brake to stop. That does not make sense, guys. Same thing with trading. We look for the same thing in every chart. You don't trade strategies. So I want you to take out of your mind that this is a gold strategy or forex strategy or crypto strategy. Nah. I am teaching you the principles of how the market moves. If you understand the way the market moves, right, then you can trade the market in any scenario. Let me know if I'm making sense. You can tell I get a little passionate about this part, right? All right. Let me know if I'm making sense, all right, before we do anything. Everybody got quiet now, boy. People like, yo, boy, man, don't get a little hype there, see a different guy there just now, right? I just see a different guy there just now, right? You good, makes sense, all right? Makes sense, principles. Yeah, I'm waiting for some responses because I want you guys to be locked in on what I'm saying, all right? I want you to be locked in on what I'm saying. So as we go through this, like everything's just gonna click, 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 right? All right, cool. All right, so let me go through it. Market structure, first thing. Yeah. I know everybody want to get into everything else. I'm telling you this. Market structure, all right? This is one of the most important parts of trading. Like literally, because what market structure does is allows for you to know whether you're buying or selling in market, right? You want to know what direction the market is going in. That's the first thing that you want to identify, right? I go deeper in really understanding the basics of market structure in our previous session, okay? So I want you to watch that recording, right? We progressive all the time, okay? At some points, we will go over information for sure, but we're progressing, okay, guys? So the market structures, first point, it helps you to understand the direction that the market is going in. All right. And it also helps you to understand that there's a particular way that the market moves. Okay? So, two things with the market. All right, I'm gonna keep this simple. Yeah? Two things that we need to understand about these markets. Number one, all right, number one, the market is always looking to rebalance itself. All right, just put rebalance. All right, market is always looking to rebalance itself. All right, you will hear me say this a lot because it's a fact. Okay, and then number two, all right, the market is going to seek and destroy. What does that mean? It means that the markets are made up of a lot of retail traders. All of us, we are retail traders, right? But we don't trade like retail traders. Okay? We don't trade like retail traders. All right? Are you guys hearing me still? I think my iris dying. All right. Okay, good. We don't trade like retail traders. We don't look at the market like retail traders. We're looking at the markets like the big players. We're the big players, all right? When you go into your academy, you see who the big players are, right? We got a full breakdown. Got it here for you guys, right? Market participants. The big players are the banks, all right? The big players are the hedge funds, right? The big players are, Coca-Cola and so forth, right? The brokers and so on. Those are the big players, the governments, yeah, corporations, yeah, institutional investors, right? People with the hedge funds and the mutual funds and the pension funds and etc. Commercial banks, yeah, and the central banks. Those are the big players in the market. We are the retailers. We don't move the market, right? So I said I had a lot of stick on this when I was a beginner. All right. We don't move the markets, right? Everything else, everyone else moves the market because of the amount of money that is flowing into the market. We just respond to what's going on. That's it. We just respond to what's going on. But at the same time, we are also looking at the markets through the lens of the big players. Now, let me ask you this question, all right? Let me ask you this question. You're either a participant in the market, right? Well, we are participants in the market, right? And there's someone that controls the market. Who do you prefer to look at the markets like? The person that participates in it or the person that controls it? Let me ask you this question because I want to make sense for you. I don't want you to just take what I'm saying. I want you to actually say, okay, well, yeah, okay, that makes sense. All right, let me know. Who do I want to look at the markets like? The perspective that they want to have of the persons that control it, right? Because the perspective that you have will dictate and determine the performance of your trading, right? Please write that down and remember that the perspective that I have will determine my performance. The way that I see a thing determines the way that I actually treat it. Okay? So the way that I see these charts will determine how I actually treat these charts, right? So watch this, all right? Thanks, bro. Right? So watch this, right? So whenever we look at the market now, my perspective is, all right, my perspective is the market has to balance itself back out. So if at any point the market just runs a particular direction, it can't just go that direction. It has to come back. Why? Because the market is made up of buyers and sellers. Can you guys agree? I know. Can you guys agree with that? The market is made up of buyers and sellers. That's it. But people are buying the currency and selling the currency, right? Buying crypto, buying stocks, buying something, selling something. Like is made up of buyers and sellers. Perfect. Good. So buys, remember, are when the currency is going up. Sells is when the currency is coming down. The strength of the buyers determines the trend. Right? The strength of the buyers determines whether it's an uptrend. The strength of the sellers determines whether it's a downtrend. Okay? So that's basically all we want to know. We want to know, am I buying or am I selling? Okay? Am I buying or am I selling? We went through premium and discount prices on the last session. Go watch that video. Okay? Go watch that video. We're always buying at low points. Okay? We are always looking to buy as low as possible. And we are always selling, guys, as high as possible. All right. So take those things into consideration, keep those things in mind. All right. Now, let's look at it. Yeah. First thing we're going to look at is the market rebalancing. Okay. So if the market has to rebalance, that means it created imbalance. Yeah. Follow me, talk to me, talk to me. If the market has to rebalance, that means it first had to create imbalance, correct? Okay, cool. So then logically, my perspective, my thought process has to be if the market has to rebalance and it created imbalance, that means let me find the areas of imbalance. Wow. Oh my goodness. That was brilliant. Right? Let me find the areas that were imbalance, right? Because if the market has to rebalance, then it has to return to those areas. Good. That's all we want to know. We want to know where are we looking to buy or where are we looking to sell. That's all we want to know. All right. So let's start to break this down. Okay. Actually, we're gonna break this down first with just lines and stuff. Okay. And then we're gonna put it on chart. Okay. All right. So let's say we have this happen right here. Price went pushed up significantly. Okay. We created imbalance. There was no. Let me make it more real. Let's keep it. All right. So there was no sellers here. Yeah. We just had the market buy. Okay. So immediately, right? Immediately before we had to sell. I'm gonna make it a little fancy here for you guys, right? And for everybody on this line, you should be paying attention. Advanced or not, telling you, pay attention. All right. So before we had this buy, all right, I'm gonna make this a red candle. Okay. I'm gonna make this a red candle. All right. So before we had this buy, we had price shot up, boom, and create sorry, before we had the buy, we had price come down and create this sell. So this was the last sell in the market. All right. I like to use this example, really from this perspective. All right. True or not, this is the way that it helped me. Yeah. And this opened up my mind significantly, when it clicked, right? Remember, we said we want to look at the markets like the way the banks do, right? The banks control the market. It's the governments, etc. They're the controllers of the market. Okay. If, for example, let me ask you this. If, for example, right, I I am the I again I control all the positions in the market. I control whether currency buys or sells. If you were the bank and you place a sell position, because remember, sell is when the price is going down. You place a sell position here, right? That caused price to go down. And right, right afterwards, you push the market up. Right? I'm gonna make this make so much sense for you guys. You're gonna be like, what? Why nobody didn't tell me this like this? All right? You place a sell position here, push down price. Right afterwards, you place a buy position and pushed up price. What is happening to this sell? What is happening to the sell right now? What's happening? Are you in a positive? Are you still making money, or are you in a negative? Anybody can answer me real quick. You place a sell. Remember, sell is when price is going down, right? You place a sell. So this sell order right here, that's your entry. That sell order is in negative. Your buy order is in positive, right? But remember, Listra, you control the market. You're in control. Are you going to take that loss? Are you going to say, man, the majority of the world is buying right now. Let me take a loss on my sell, all right? Let me take a loss on my sell. The world is buying right now. Or are you going to say, you know what? Let me drive price back down to where I sold, right? Let me drive price back down to where I sold so that I break even on my sell position, and then I continue to buy. Which make more sense, right? That makes sense, right, guys? That makes sense, right? You're the good, right? We manipulate, correct, bro. We are the people that are in control of the market. So anytime I look at the markets, I am looking at the markets through the lens of if I am the person controlling this market, what would I do? Right? How is the average person trading? The average person is here saying market is going up, buy, 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 buy. So what's going to happen is the average person is going to see this big buy in the market and they're going to buy here. They're going to put in a buy stop. Right? Listen, they're going to put in a buy stop. They say, oh, prices, when price gets here, I want to buy. Right? When price gets here, I want to buy. They're gonna put in a buy stop in the market. The market does like this. I'm the bank. You're the bank. The market does like this. Oops, stop, stop, stop. Buy entry. Puts them into the market and then sinks, causing them to lose money. You're the banks. Why wouldn't you do that? Right? When I understand when this understanding had to be from God, but when this understanding came to me, this was downloading to me, I was like, yo, this is crazy. Right? I was like, that is exactly what I would do in this market. Right? That is exactly what I would do in the markets. I would manipulate the average person and what they think should happen and do what it is that I want to happen. So when we have this happening, right? I hope everybody's still following me. When we have this happening where price just pushed up, this was only buys, this was the last sell. Here, literally, there's no balance. The market is out of balance now at this point. So we need the market to rebalance. Okay, we need the market to rebalance. So we start to get price, pushing back down like this. All right. Start getting price pushing back down like this. We got the red candles now, coming back. All right. We got the red candles coming back. Okay. Boom. I've been trading right back down into this position here where we first entered this, where we first entered the market for a sell. So then what happens is that our sell position breaks even. Yeah, correct. Listra. All right. But we're gonna get there too. Like that's gonna come a little later, right? But that's basically what's happening, right? So the market gets here now, boom, breaks even this position, and then we start to see the market start to, push back up once again, and so forth. Right? And we get these buy candles coming back into the market, right? Because, like I said, the market always has to rebalance itself, right? But it requires liquidity. All right, we're gonna get into that since Mr. Pillow brought up the word, right? All liquidity is, guys, in simple terms, is just money. Yeah. The markets require money to move. Yeah. It requires money to push. Okay. So for example, any stop losses that were in this area, any persons that would have sold and so forth at this point, the market is going to come, grab all those stop losses. You got to build up an influx of money in the market, boom, and continues to push up, right? And we continue to get this push up in the market. Did that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense, guys. All right. Let me know if that makes sense. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you. We're breaking it down. We're gonna make it simple, using no complicated terms. We ain't talking about no art of loss. We ain't talking about nothing so yet. We're just keeping it simple. All right. Simple, simple, simple at this point. Because once you catch this, I promise you, once you catch it, once you start to see it, you will not be able to unsee it. Okay? Let's just say my aha moment. That's what I want. So watch this, right? When we watch this, keep this in your mind, right? I hope you guys anybody drawing this stuff right now as I am doing it, draw it so you can see it, get accustomed. I tell you, when I first started to see it, I couldn't unsee it. And it was like, yo, this thing was right in front of my face. Right? It's like, look, let me tell you this. It's like your awareness now has been opened up. Like anybody you ever went to buy a vehicle? You went and took a look at the vehicle, you sat down in the vehicle, and everything. And then all of a sudden, everywhere you go, you are seeing these cars, the same car, you're seeing this car everywhere. And you're like, what is that? All of a sudden, I went to buy this car. I went to sit down and look at it and feel it out and everything. I know everybody seems to got this car, right? The car was always there. It's just your awareness of it now has been heightened, right? And that's what I want for you. I want that your awareness now is being heightened. And guys, listen, you will get to a point where it's like, yo, you can't get this thing wrong. Right? So let me help you out. Right? Let me help you out. Same thing. I'm gonna show you multiple places on this chart, right? Same thing. I want you guys to just identify it with me, right? I got this, I got this, I got this. Yeah. All right. So like right here, for example, we have the right. I think my headphone just died. All right. Let's do a little switch over. We all good? Everybody hear me? Yeah. Talk to me real quick. Okay, good, perfect. All right, good. So watch this. I'm gonna show you so you can't unsee this. All right. Look at this. Sell, price pushed up. Yeah. Last sell basically here in the market. Right. I'm just showing you from this perspective first before we get deep into anything else. Okay. So we got price pushed down here. Boom. That was the last sell. Market pushed up. Guess what happened? Look at this last sell here. Look at what happened. Price came back. Right. And I'm making this stuff up. Price came back. Boom. Right, into that area. And guess what? Again, all right, we got this sell here. All right, we got this sell here. Guess what? Price pushed up. But what happened afterwards? Right, market came back down. Yeah, you guys see what I'm saying? All right, then the market pushed up. Now, granted, there's going to be some points, right, where price runs away, right? But at some point, it's going to come back. At some point, we don't always know when, but we maintain the principle. We can be all good. Okay. So we see how price comes. Boom. And we take off again. Yeah. I'm gonna show you different scenarios. I'm gonna show you over and over and over again. Right? Same principle applies. Okay. Even here, right? Whereas we got price pushed down, boom, market pushed up, right? Traded right back down into this area. Guess what? Market took off. Yeah. I want you to see what I'm saying. Okay. Let's keep it simple. Let's keep it simple. Let's keep it simple. Let me show you from a sell perspective now, right? From the downside. Yeah. So we got price push down, big. Yeah. We got that last buy up. Price came down, push right back up, and then we dropped again. Okay. I want you to see this so much that you can't not see it. So when you go to trade, it's like, yo, I am waiting for the market to balance itself back out. Because once we have that balance, right, I know the likelihood of my trade winning is there. Okay, everybody following me? All right, so let me know if you see. All right, I just being crazy at this point. I'm making this stuff up. If you can see it, just put, yeah, I see it. All right. But yeah, I see it. All right. It happens over and over and over again. And that is why, literally, right, even like this, when the market is consolidating, right, the same thing basically occurs, right? Like where price trades back down into these areas and where price, trades back up into these points, like the same thing happens over and over again, like regardless, right? Regardless, right? So no, it's like you're trading now from a lens of, okay, I understand that price has to balance itself back out, right? The market needs liquidity. The market needs money to move in the direction that I'm basically looking for. Now, in every scenario, right, it's not going to be perfect, right? Every scenario is not going to be perfect. Sometimes you might barely miss it. Sometimes price might come close. I don't exactly top that area and continue to run away. Right? It happens. Right? It happens. And sometimes you guys will see that maybe on a live call, price might come close to the area, boom, and run away. Right? All right, it's gonna come, in every scenario, it may not play out perfectly, but trust and believe the principle works. Okay, the principle is what works.
If you understand and apply the principle, then your life will be simple. Okay? Am I making sense, guys? Yeah? So now that we understand, right, for rebalancing, right, we're going to cover the next thing, right? We're going to cover the next thing, which is supply and demand, right? Let me know if you guys still with me, right? Let me see how many persons, okay, everybody's still locked in. Let me know if you're still with me. Are you getting tired? It's too much? Let me know if it's too much. All right, next session, or if we good. All right, let me know if we good. Are we on to the next session? Okay, good. Locked in. Keep going. All right, locked in. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. We in on y'all. Be up and active. Keep this going. Keep going. This is fire. Very interesting. Keep going. Okay, awesome. Good. All right. So like remember, like I said, whether you're a beginner or not, it's gonna start to make sense. All right. It's gonna start to make sense. All right. So we went through rebalancing, and you guys can see like literally that's holding market moves. Watch the previous video. We talk about this buying at premium and buying at discount, selling at premium. All right. We went through those things in the previous session. Go back. All right. Go back and watch them. Yeah. All right. So let's go. I'm gonna just remove some stuff. All right. Please have this. Please have this, so that you remember it. You can't not get this right after the session. Okay. For the movie, we're gonna have a little test. See if we qualify to be in the community. I feel like I can't even feel like we need a profit arena test so that you're gonna qualify to remain in the community. You gotta qualify, you can't just be coasting, you gotta be elevating. You know what I mean? All right, so supply and demand. All right, let's talk about it. All right, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. All right. Further sessions, we will get into seek and destroy, some more. Yeah, but right now we're going to talk about supply and demand. Okay. So supply and demand is very similar to support and resistance, similar but not the same. Okay. Support and resistance is this is the way that it's identified. Is identified as basically areas where price reacts. Okay. So for example, person may say, well, here price came in, boom, 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 top that area, boom, 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 top that area, that those type of things. It's not wrong, right? It's just not entirely true. Okay. It's not entirely true. Yeah. So for example, this would be resistance. So it's a point of resistance where price came, and kept butting that area. All right. You see, it keeps rejecting in that area. You see it? And then support, it's like where price comes and it finds that support. Yeah. It comes here and it pushes back up, comes here and it pushes back up in that area, pushes back up, so forth. But then you see there's times where it falls through, but then it still continues to push up. Right? Falls through, continues to push up. This is why I would say, you don't only want to use support resistance. If you understand supply and demand, then what happens is this, you wouldn't necessarily need to lean on support and resistance. Okay. You'll lean on supply and demand. Okay. Because supply and demand, write this down, supply and demand is your true support and resistance. All right. The supply and your demand is your true area of support and resistance. Yeah. If you have just if you have just, if you're just thinking, okay, well, price just came in, where is it topping the most? Then there's going to be those times where you get manipulated easily. Remember, we're not looking at the markets like a retailer. Retailers look at supply, at support and resistance. The banks, you're looking at supply and demand. Right, that's what it is. It's price, it's money, it's movement of currency, it's commodities, it's all these different things happening in the world. It's supply and it's demand. That's it. Okay. Support and resistance are imaginary stuff that we create to trade the markets. Yeah. Like we see it, we say, oh yeah, there's patterns. Granted, yes, there are patterns in the market, right? Like I said, there are patterns in the market, but we create these these areas of where price has to reverse. Price doesn't has to do nothing. Price doesn't has to do nothing, and that's what happens. You get into this mindset of, there's this trend line. Again, it's not entirely. It's not that it's wrong. Yeah, it's not that it's entirely wrong. It's just I'm helping you with a perspective. Okay, everybody following? So I don't want not anybody that like teaches a particular thing and so forth, right? Just understand the perspective. Okay, everybody following? Just let me raise my hand real quick before, any shots are fired over this end. Okay. Good. I'm happy with the perspective. All right. So true support and resistance is supply and demand areas. All right. And now I'm gonna show you exactly what I mean. Okay. Show you what I mean. So what is supply? What is demand? All right. Simple terms. Once again, we're going to keep this thing very, very simple. All right. So supply. All right. Very simple. Simple term. All right. You'll be able to see it when they say supply. This is basically where the sellers are at. Yeah, like I said, keep it simple. Yeah, this is where the sellers are at in the market. So you get a lot of selling pressure at these points. Okay, you see big sells happen. Okay, you see big sells happen at these points. Yeah, and demand is where the buyers are at. Yeah, you see the market, big buys at those points. Okay, so you could expect resistance and you could expect support when price reaches these areas. Why? Again, logically, think about it. If you have a bunch of buyers at this particular point, everybody's buy, the momentum is up. So anytime price returns to that area, it is buy, up, buy. Why wouldn't the momentum be up again? All right, that's demand. Yeah. And supply, we have sells, all right? Sell. We got a lot of sellers in the market. So whenever price reaches that particular area, we got the market pushing down. All right, we got the market pushing down because that's where the sellers are. All right, that makes sense. All right, that makes sense. Yeah, remember I said, watch this, keep everything connected. I'm gonna literally show you the same thing and I explain different things about that same thing, all right, in different scenarios, all right? Let's keep everything connected. Okay, awesome. So watch this. How do I identify now areas of supply and areas of demand? All right. So what do I want to look for? I want to look for engulfing candles. Yeah. I want to look for engulfing candles. All right. Engulfing candles. What are the engulfing candle? All right. An engulfing candle shows you where the momentum is at. It's a momentum candle, right? A momentum candle. It shows a momentum candle that it clearly connects, right, with a supply and a demand area because those are the areas where there's momentum. There's the areas where there's strength. There's the areas where there are buyers and there are sellers, right? So I want to be able to identify those momentum candles, those engulfing candles. So what does the engulfing candle look like? I'm going to show you two ways to identify them. Very simple, right? Number one, you see a candle looking like this, right? That completely, remember I said, keep everything together. That completely engulfs the previous candle. Yeah. The previous candle may be a sell candle. The previous candle may be just a smaller bite candle or indecision candle. I'm going to show you what that looks like, right? So you may see something looking like this, engulfing candle, boom, right? Or it may look something like this. Oops, wrong thing. Right? Or it may look something like this, where we got like a wick on both ends, small candle, but ultimately what we're paying attention to is buying. We got momentum. Yeah, we got momentum. Okay, paying attention to these candles. Yeah, you may even see something like this. Let's see how we can draw this out. Nice, my artistic skills trying to come out with drawing boxes. Drawing boxes. I need some artistic skills. All right. So you may see some even like this. All right. Like a tree candle, variation. We got three candles going up, boom, boom, boom. Right. Three by candles, one after the next, pushing in one direction. Yeah. Engulfing candle, momentum, right? It tells us, yeah, this is where momentum is at. Okay, momentum is in these areas, right? So those are simple ways that you could identify, like, okay, this is an area of demand. Yeah, we got strength here. Okay, we got strength here. All right, and I'm gonna show you examples of this again. Okay, so everybody following so far? All right, everybody following so far? Yeah. Okay, perfect. All right. So now, right? So now, what do we want to do? How are we really looking at this? Yes. No, let's not go there. We're gonna go too deep too fast. All right, we're not gonna go too deep too fast. Progression. Okay. So an area. So this is we know that this is an area of demand. Yeah, this is area of demand. Now let's go. Now we're gonna take let's go to the chart and I'm gonna show you this. I don't want to delete it, so I'm gonna just go to let's go to gold. All right, I'll go to gold. So let's see where we're at. FXCM, GBP, USD. Okay, cool. All right, let me show you what's going on. You can see doing a lot of teaching, man. All right, what is all these lines even doing here? All right, cool. So let's look at a good place to identify areas of supply and demand. We'll say a 4 hour time frame. I mean, you can identify them on any time frame, really and truly, guys. Right? 4 hour, 1 hour. Let me say good areas, strong areas. Right? 4 hour, 1 hour, 15-minute time frames. Right? Those are good, solid areas to identify areas of supply and areas of demand. Okay. So let's go. Let's look at it. All right. Let's look at it. We're gonna come back here and then we're gonna go right across. Okay. So let's zoom in. First things, remember, we want to identify the area of supply and the area of demand. All right. So what we're gonna do is let's start to look at because obviously we're seeing price pushing up, right? Let's start to look at areas of demand, for example. So like here, right, we got price, creating that momentum here. Yeah. We got those big candles, right? Price starting to push, one direction, etc. Right. So we be able to look at the market. We say, well, listen, look, this is an area of demand. All right. This is the area of demand. All right. Here we got that big push. We see price pushing back up and so forth here. Once again, same thing. We can identify the engulfing candles. All you're doing is going through the markets and identify those engulfing candles. Yeah. We'll see, for example, even here, right? We got this big push up in the market, right? Right now, I don't want you to focus on interest, just want you to focus on the engulfing. Okay. You'll see that when price returns, that what happens? Boom, market pushes back up. Yeah. Because it was an area of demand. We had strong buys. Okay. So when the market gets back there, there's a reason for it to push up. Okay, there's reason for it to push up. Okay, so just go through. This is going to be your homework. I want you to identify engulfing candles. Yeah, identify engulfing candles on both the buy side and the sell side. Because now, for example, now we can see this will be an area of supply. All right, so we got this engulfing candle, right, with this candle right here. Boom, we identify that area. We see when price comes back to that point, it pushes the market down. We got big sells, all right? Big sells, big sells, big sells. Yeah. When price pushes back through, from this point. Okay. We see even as we go across, right? You see every time it returns. So it's not support and resistance. Remember, supply and demand, right? So we got those engulfing candles. Every time price reaches, we get price pushing back down heavily, right, in those areas until we actually, go ahead and break through. Okay. So same is principle. We identify the demand zones, right? And it's a zone, another line, okay? It's a zone, another line, okay? We identify the supply zone, all right? So I don't want you to go there, right? I want you to go there because then you start to look at it like support or resistance. You know what I mean? Um, just look at it as a supply zone, a demand zone. If you got an engulfing candle out of a supply zone, like price breaks through it, then granted, it then that particular area can become a demand zone. Okay. I want you to keep it simple. Okay. I want you to keep it simple. Keep it simple. All right. Keep it simple. Identify the engulfings. Okay. So as you go through your chart, we can just do this forever. But as you go through your chart, just identify all of those engulfing candles wherever you can see them, right? Because then, you start to pick out, okay, this is what's actually going on. I see, right? You see how price reacts, in those areas wherever we have an engulfing candle, we see how price push, we got like boom, boom, boom. All right. We got price pushing in that area. Okay. That engulfing candle, that three-stick candlestick pattern, like, right? And then in the cells, right, where we have, so we see every time price reach, we got price pushing back up. All right. So what's it about the best time frames, body disciplines, bounce on. All right. So I preferably start on the higher time frame first. All right, starting the higher time frame. And what the higher time frame will do is give you the overall perspective first. Yeah. So you'll be able to identify like external areas. All right. And actually, this is also, I believe, Abel goes through this in the academy, but you'll be able to identify those external areas because the market is always basically like shifting between internal structure and external structure. And what I mean by that is, and this is where I don't want to complicate stuff, I don't want you to get complicated in your mind, is that it's just this. As price goes up and comes back down, this is the external structure, right? This is the overall structure. Within this, we got areas that the market may actually move like this, right? On its way up, right? Then you start to move like this on its way down. All right. And then back up and so forth. Okay. Now, what's important that we understand, so this is this. Everybody, yeah, that is that. The only difference is that in this, I just show you more structure, right? I show you more of what's going on in the market. Okay, that's it. So this is this up and down, up and down, up and down. That's internal structure. This is your external structure. All right. So then, watch this. Use this example now. Here, this may be your 4-hour demand zone. This may be your 4-hour supply zone. Right. So take it now. This is your supply. All right. This is your demand. It's gotta be the first time I ever taught this like this. It's gotta be the Lord. All right. So, all right. This is crazy. All right. So this is your supply and this is your demand. All right. This is the external structure. All right. So we can see, okay, well, cool. This is my external, this is my external structure right now, right? Overall, so my 4-hour, I know these are the strong points, right? These are the strong points. I know that, right? But internal structure now says, okay, well, see this right here? Like I probably might have had a big push down on the cells, right? So like this might be an internal supply, right? This may be an internal supply, right? Where price comes up, pushes down, boom, and then this right here might be in internal demand zone. Yeah. So it's just switching between, like internal structure, external structure, right? Because again, on a 4-hour time frame now, right? We could use this as an example. Let me see what I can show you here. So for example, all right, let me shift this. So I'm gonna move this. All right, hope you guys caught that. Correct. Structure within structure, meaning, right? That's all it is, right? So for example, here, we could say, okay, well, you see this right here? This was the area of demand. All right, boom. So when price gets back to this particular area, right? Like the overall structure, when price gets back to this area, pay attention. Right? The market ain't here yet, right? So it's like this is where we at. So it's good that we identify the 4-hour, the daily, structure, the demand zone on that time frame, so that we are aware, right? We are aware of it, right? So that if the market comes back to that area, we're not lost in, oh my God, what's happening? All right. We know, like, that's an area to pay attention to, right? Here, it's like, this was an area to pay attention to, right? So we're just getting more internal structure and so forth. No, we can see the external, we can see the internal structure playing out. So when we come down on the time frames now, all right, we get down smaller now, we know, okay, these particular areas, maybe areas that I want to look for in case, price gets back there, all right? So when the market moves, right, we know that price can basically, and definitely too slow. All right. When the market moves, we know price could definitely, react in these areas. All right. Price could definitely come and react in these areas because, from an external perspective, right, an overall perspective, I don't want to confuse you. It's like these areas were strong areas, that the market basically changed direction. All right. This is where buyers came in heavily. This is where sellers came in heavily, and so on and so forth. Right. So bigger time frame, you pay attention to it. You set out those areas, you see what's going on, right? So actually this is good because we can bring it right away to like, even where we are at right now, we go, right? We could see, right, that remember the same area here? All right, like this is an area to pay attention to. Price came, reacted in this area here, it dropped through, came back. No, this is where we at, like price push at this point again. So this is where we're like lingering at this point. Yeah. Here, supply, right? So we see literally like what's going on is that the market is just between this internal structure right now, right? This supply and demand just bouncing up and down, up and down, up and down, right? Because there's buyers are strong here, sellers are strong here, right? We pay attention, right? So even as we come down, so when you step down the time frames, always remember this. I want you to write this down. Everything you do on a bigger time frame, you can apply on a smaller time frame perspective. The only difference is that on the time frame, it may be more long term. The smaller time frame, it may be more short term. That's it. All right, that's it. If you can do that, if you can apply that alone in itself, it's like, yo, all right, and not difficult. All right, let me show you what I mean now. All right, 1 hour time frame perspective, they're the same thing, right? Same thing. What we're looking for? We're looking for the engulfing candles, right? I mean, we already got the area mapped out, so we already know it's like our prices in this area here. Like, we could lock in on that, all right? But as we come down, this is where now we would get into entries and we gotta go into more deeper stuff, in some more sessions. I'm not gonna give you all that right now. But all right, I hope that things are unlocking in your mind, okay? Because then again, as you come down, smaller time frames, 15-minute time frames, and so forth, you'll be able to identify where you had like big push in the market. So for example, you had a big push here. Look at what happened when price came here. Boom, market reacted. All right. Look at what happened. Bigger time frame, smaller time frame, well, supply zone, sorry. Right. When price came up into this area, what happened? All right. Boom. Price came up back into that area, push down. White, sellers in there, supply zones. Sellers are here, supply zone. Engulfing candle. So what happens when price comes back here? should push down again, right? Supply zone, right? So it pushes down in that area. First push up, didn't hold, drop further down into the overall, the external structure, push back up, engulfing candle. So what does that say to me? We got some more strength back down in this area, right? So same principles apply over and over and over and over again, right? Same principles apply over and over and over and over again, right? So if we can do that, we just apply the principle. You know what I mean? You just apply the principle. That's it. So that here, again, engulfing candle, we know that price comes back in that area. We are looking for reactions. Okay, we are looking for reactions. When price comes down, all right, when price comes down, into any of these areas, we are looking for reactions, right? Look, it's not support. It's just this is where the buyers are at, right? This is where the buyers are strong, right? So the sellers, this is where the sellers are strong. So you can literally trade the market, from that perspective. When you start to see it now, through that lens of just buyers and sellers and so forth, where is the strength at? When I identify where the strength is at, then things become simple. One, you identify trend, but then two, you're also looking at where is the supply, where is the demand zone in the markets, right? So guys, we are at almost 2 hours, right? It has been fun, right? I hope you guys got some value from the session. Let me see who is still up and awake and alert. We got 56 persons still plugged in on the call. That is phenomenal. Drop some phrase in the chat, man, if you got some value from this session. I hope you guys really go ahead and learn and apply. I am literally pouring it out to you guys. Like you listen, this is gonna be the best free information ever. Right? The 4 thumbs up. All right. It's gonna be the best free information ever. Like, yo, I am telling you guys, all right? Like, you guys getting it, right? You guys really getting it for real, right? So I trust, man, that everybody really like my encouragement for real, guys, is to plug into the community. You know what I mean? To really plug in. Don't just be in it, be a part of it. All right. When we got boot camps, when we got different things happening and so forth in the market, not in the market, any market, your country, because we're gonna start to fly all over. All right, we're gonna be in Grenada, we're gonna be in St. Martin, we're gonna be everywhere, and we're gonna build this community. Like we're gonna build the largest, I know I say it all the time, the number one Forex community where you become profitable,
Right.
profitable, all right? Because we don't give you, and you guys can see, can tell, I'm not giving you guys fluff information. I've been doing this for 7 years, and I'm giving it to you, right? Literally not holding back. I'm here on a call with you guys for 2 hours, just pouring out, to you because I want you to get it, all right? I want you
Okay.
to get
I
it.
want to say
If you get it,
something really quickly, bro. Can you hear
listen,
me?
I'm telling you, nobody can take this from you. Yeah, this
Okay.
skill.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Nobody can take this for you. Yeah. So my encouragement is just really to plug in all the time. I encourage the rest of the community to plug in, man. Like they're sleeping in front of the TV right now. They're watching some movie right now. Like, yo, they could have been. They're watching the sports team right now. Like they're making money. You missing out. All
Okay. Can
right.
you hear me, bro?
Sorry.
Can you
Yeah.
hear me?
The
Okay.
sports
Can you
team
hear me?
making money and you missing out because you're just watching them. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I'm not
so with
sure if
that
Kai can
being
hear
said,
me.
somebody said
I don't think
Clay,
Kai got any
someone wants to
headphones.
say something. What do you
Yeah.
mean? Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, bro.
I
Can you
can't hear
hear me?
my stuff muted.
Right. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to get on. I drive in, so I can text. I can text in the chat. But before we close out the call, guys, if you have been enjoying these sessions, I know this is just the second session that Kai, or probably the third session that Kai would have done. But he comes on here and serves selflessly every Thursday, every Monday. as a part of this community that we would have created, if you guys have been getting value, I mean, value that you could take to the bank. That's what I like to call it. You can actually take this information, go into the markets, and start to make some money. Drop some sevens in the chat for my brother Kailashley, man, and go in then the WhatsApp group and thank him. Thank him publicly, because I'm here driving, plugging in on the call as well, learning and growing with all of us. And I feel so good because I know that this information is what's going to help a lot of people. I wanted to come on, Kai, and just publicly thank you, man, for what it is that you are doing, serving the community, serving the team. I know we've got people that are plugging in from all around the world, not just in Barbados and the Caribbean, but we got some people in the States and the UK and stuff. And like you said, we are looking forward to coming to your country, to doing the boot camps and the events. And, you know, Kai, it's a pleasure to be running with you, man. So drop some love for my brother Kai, man. And I'm looking forward to the next call. You are an incredible educator, bro. If nobody never tell you that, if your wife don't tell you that, let me tell you as a brother, fam, you are one of the best, if not the best in the game. Big up yourself. Shout outs to you. I almost called your alias name there, but I know you don't want people knowing the alias, right? So I be gonna just leave it as Kai Lashley, the best in the game, man. Shout outs to you, bro. Keep rocking and rolling.
I appreciate it, man. You're trying to make a block, man. Turn right over here, like child, boy. You know, man, I appreciate it for real.
If you want to pray, you can pray too. You know, that emotional impact is good for the recording. You know, if you're crying, that's good for the recording. Yeah, but I love, bro. Love it. I appreciate it for sure. And I know everybody else on the call as well.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you guys for real. You know, we're gonna be doing a lot of stuff. I'm looking forward myself, Akeem, you know, I know a lot with Fabian and so forth too, that we're gonna be coming out to your country, some of the traders, like show the traders too, like some love, like some you see, I mean introduce you guys to them too for real. You know, I'm aware that could bring up everybody as well, but you see them in the signals group. You know, you guys be getting that fire as well in the signals group. Like it's just a lot, man. You know, there's a lot that we just giving out, you know, to you guys. So I really want you guys, what's it, Corey, let me screenshot it. Really appreciate the space and what it is that you have by plugging in. That's really it. You know what I mean? Um, don't cry here, we can let it go. You're right. So with that being said, guys, what is today? Today's Thursday. Yeah, we're not gonna have a live session tomorrow. Maybe we might get some spontaneous, don't know. Let's see, who knows? All right, if we got time, we might do something spontaneous, who knows? All right, no promises. But we're back again Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. All right, we still running around fixing, see if we could do like an evening session, for you guys. Um, but we'll see, right? We'll see. And then Monday, 7 a.m. and Friday and Thursday, 7 a.m. We're back here for these live sessions. All right. So plug locked, guys. This is literally the beginning. This is only week 2. This is week 2, and we got like almost 400 people in that community, though. All right. I can't either. It's got like
Yes,
400
sir.
people. Bro.
Yeah, bro, incredible. Shout outs to everybody that's inviting people to the community as well. If you know someone that wants to be a part of what we're doing, I don't know if all of you guys would have seen the video that Kai would have posted with Kai and myself talking, just introducing the arena. But the pressure of not having to pay a monthly subscription is something that really matters to us. We want people to be able to come in and learn and not feeling the pressure of having to go through information quickly and stuff like that. We want you to be able to take your time and actually learn and grow. And if you know somebody that would benefit from what it is that we're doing here, feel free to reach out to Kai or myself or anybody that you see, the traders that are adding people to the chats, and we will get them added to the community as well so they can benefit from what it is that we're doing here.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. So, whoever invites you, connect with them as well. Like you can find out, like, yeah, like how we can get some persons added and so forth. People been asking me that all day, all day. How we get people on this call, how we can get people plugged into the community. And like, yo, no problem. Like, we got you covered, got you covered. All right. So have a good one, guys. Be blessed, man. Have a phenomenal night. See you guys inside the community. And just something in this space, man. We got no boring community. All right. We got
Yeah,
can't be
I wonder
boring.
if it is a Caribbean thing that sometimes we should, not boring, but we tend to be a little shy. Introduce yourself. As a matter of fact, okay, how about we do it like this? Introduce yourself in the main group, the main chat that we have, so we can kind of put a face to the name, and we can save your number
Picture.
and stuff like that. Introduce
I
yourself. I
like
think that would be
I
good.
like that. I like that. You could drop a
Yeah.
picture in the main chat. You know what I mean? You can use your best picture if you want to use a selfie. It's up to you.
Yeah,
If you
please
want
use
to
your
use a
best pick.
bonnet, it's up to you. We can just remember you like that. Don't worry. But
Yeah,
you could drop the
yeah,
name of the picture. Where you're from. Like something short. Simple. Hey, my name is da 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 from da 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 da. You know.
yeah. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And get to see some people, know some people, and we could connect. If you want to drop like your Instagram handle, anything like that, we follow you, follow me. We connect like that too. It's
Yeah.
good vibes. All right, guys. Chat. Have a good one. Be blessed. I'm hungry. Gonna get something to eat. Peace.